Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I have a question. How is it possible that Jocelyn could sit there and get dumber and dumber in almost every other episode? Okay? So she goes to look for Dex, and she walks up to a guy, starts flashing on his picture and everything like that, to try to sit there and say, hey, have you seen this guy? Where would people, go to look for work or whatever? And she asked twice. The first time was like, nope, I don't see. I don't know who he is. Can you look again? I looked the first time. Why do I need? So he looks the second time. He's like, no, I don't see it. He just walks away. Now Dex sees her, and they hug and everything like that. They go back to his new place or whatever. And once again, Jocelyn does what she always does. Looks like a dumbass and sounds like a dumbass by complaining about Sonny. Oh, I hate him, this, that, and the third. He's acting like I should be grateful that you're still alive. Yes, because in the mob business, he would have had two in the head. This is my issue with Jocelyn, right? Even her own mom was like, Dex should have been grateful that he's working for Sonny. Because anybody else, if it was Miss Wu or anyone else, he would have been dead. But yet she still can't sit and be grateful that knowing what he knows, he chose to send her away. But that's usually Jocelyn's default setting, whine and complain about Sonny. And Dex was like, this is crazy. You walking around, you're flash my picture around, don't know, and she didn't even sit there and think the reason why he's in hiding isn't just from the feds, but from his enemies. It didn't dawn on her until after he said something. And this is why he was like, you should have just stayed away. Because at this point, you're putting him in more risk. You're putting both of them in more risk. But you're putting him in more risk by running around trying to chase him than you would have been if you just would have left him alone. So, of course, they do what they normally do. Loving in the afternoon. And then she's like, oh, you could sit there and come back, with me or whatever. We'll make it work or whatever. We'll force Sonny or something like that. And Dexter's like, no, this is goodbye. I can't see you right now. And you see in the previews, she's meant to talking about, standing your ground with Sonny and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yep, Jocelyn the idiot. Now let's talk about this stupid scene with Brooklyn, Tracy, Lois, and Maxie. These girls make so much of a big deal out of Brooklyn's dress that it just stresses her out to the point where she just kind of walks away. They put so much pressure. Oh, are you sure this is the right dress for you? This, that, and the third. And, this is your one and only wedding. You got to make sure that it's right. And I'm just like, what are you doing? So she leaves because, they're acting like a pair of jackasses. And she comes back and she's like, well, I don't like the stress of all this wedding planning and details. And, she'd just rather just get eloped. And I'm like, Brooklyn, you're rich. You know what most rich people tend to do? Hell, you know what most people with a decent sized budget tends to do? Take a wild guess. Goddamn wedding planner. Okay? Get a wedding planner. This way you don't have to sit there and go through the stress of trying to do this and trying to do that and trying to do the third. Just get a wedding planner. Now, at some point, Tracy tells Brooklyn about the lawyers and them accidentally sending a prenup to Chase's place. And, she gets all upset and everything like that. And she's like, Chase is going to sit there and think that, or Chase is going to sit there and think that I'm thinking that he's only marrying me for my money. I'm kind of just like, y'all should have probably had that talk before all this stuff wound up happening, you know? And it's the same thing when Chase comes over to ask Ben to be the best man, and Gregory's there. At some point, he gets a notice on his phone about, the prenup and everything. He's getting all stressed out and everything. And I'm like, I didn't think about having this talk before the wedding. Like, what? I'm like, this is why I was like, both of y'all look dumb. Both of y'all look stupid as hell. And of course, of course, Chase and Gregory come over there. Now they saw her in a wedding dress, so, there's that. Hell, even on Days of Our Lives, I saw like couples or whatever, like spending the night together. I'm just like, y'all not supposed to see each other for the. Yeah, whatever. I guess we just don't give a damn at this point. Um, Sonny. No, before I get to Sonny, talk about Michael and Dante for a minute. Michael has Dante for a favor as far as trying to, bridge the gap between him and Sonny. And Dante's like, no, right now it's just too soon. Um, but Dex, not Dex. Dante's like, it's just too soon right now. Everything is still fresh. He's still in his feelings and yada, yada, yada. And Michael's like, he's vulnerable right now. He doesn't really have anyone. And I felt probably on some level it probably came across as an insult, and that's why Dante was like, he has me. Michael was like, listen, I get that, but you're also a cop. And you can only do so much, so it still makes Sonny vulnerable. They go back and forth for a little bit um, until Sonny gets in the room and he's just disappointed, right? Because Sonny was with Carly, and he talks about how what they did, he feels like it's a betrayal. And Carly's like, if I wanted to betray you, I could have did that a long time. Hell, I could have did that with the whole SEC thing, and I didn't. But Sonny, he's prideful and he's in his feelings right now. So of course he's gonna sit there and act like a 12-year-old schoolgirl. Um, they talk about Dex for a little bit, and the danger that's going on, and that's pretty much about it. Oh, and then of course there's John and Scotty. They're at Karen's grave. They talk about Sonny a little bit. They talk about Karen and what Sonny wound up doing to Karen. And, Scotty's like, are you here to take Sonny down? And John's like, no, I'm actually here to protect him. Scotty's like, yo, listen, just turn the other way. Let nature just take its course at this point. But, for better or worse, he's like, I can't do it. As much as I would want to, I can't do it. Let's see, here's the thing though. He says he can't do it. He didn't sit there and say that he couldn't sit there and have somebody else do it. I'm just saying, I'm still sitting there looking at him sus. Still looking at this dude sus. Because I can't just believe he just really came to town just to protect Sonny. With that much animosity, and they brung in that character, I can't believe they just did it just to protect Sonny. So I know it has to be a lot more. Also, Carly and Sonny did talk about him for a little bit. Didn't last that long, so that's why I didn't really bring it up. But I felt like I would have been remiss, or whatever the term is, if I didn't talk about him. I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else, but if I forgot anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless, and Bold and Beautiful. And I say Bold and Beautiful last because, well, let's be honest, it did not get renewed. So, Bold and Beautiful is pretty much on borrowed time. But we'll sit there and talk about that more tonight. I'm probably going to sit there and take a little bit longer because I want to charging my laptop a little bit more before I come on. But I will keep people posted. We definitely gonna sit there and do a live stream tonight, so we got a lot to talk about. See you in the next video. And if anything I forgot, we'll talk about it there too.